your job does not involve disconnecting from me and not listening to what I'm communicating to you. Protecting me doesn't mean that, right? It's a whole nother thing. And she knows this, right? It's a whole nother thing if someone is beating down your door or breaking down your door and she's going to protect you. That's different than what's happening right now, right? What's happening right now is a delivery person comes to the door and you say, Lola, it's a delivery person. We want them to come. You do not need to protect me from the delivery person. Come right here. Be on standby, if you will. Sit or lay down at my feet and be quiet. That's what I need from you right now. And she needs to know that. Do you know what I'm saying? She is smart enough to know the difference.
Hi, I'm Kathy Kowalik, and I believe that our dogs connect us to the heart and soul of what really matters in life. So hang out, and we'll take a deep dive into the human-dog connection and explore strategies that will inspire you to create legendary, enlightened partnership with your dog. This is the Enlightened by Dogs podcast. Well, hey, Kathy Kowalik here, your host of Enlightened by Dogs. And today I've got a special segment for you that I'm going to share. This is a segment from a coaching call in my Brilliant Partners Academy with one of my members. And it's pretty interesting. So the gist of the situation is that we have a retired service dog who is anxious, and you'll hear about the details, but the dog is anxious right now, and she has lately started overprotecting in a way that's very damaging to her human mom, like pulling her really, really hard and almost pulling her out of her wheelchair. And it's hurtful and harmful and dangerous. And so we talked through this situation, and as we worked through the details and talk her through the difference between when a dog is protecting us because it's clearly unsafe and we appreciate their protection, and when a dog is making up a job and getting over aroused and experiencing a cortisol dump and actually doing us harm in their attempts to like badly do their job. So I think you're really going to love this coaching call, this coaching segment for all sorts of situations when your dog is not exactly cooperative and there's a miscommunication. And what do we do when we are committed to being a solid, brilliant partner for our dog and being a kind and clear and loving leader without being corrective or punitive in any way? What do we do? Well, there's this balance between permissive and clear and kind. And so that's what we're talking about in this segment. So I think you're going to love it. So let's just cue it up right now.
Diane's question is about Lola, who's 11 years old. She's been, Diane's companion and service dog, etc. And right now she's having some allergy issues with her skin. And so she's not feeling good. And Diane recognizes that Lola is a little edgy because rightly so, right? Because her allergies are flared up. And the other thing is that they have a new puppy, and there's a factor. So we have factors so we have Lola not not feeling healthy because of her allergies. She's probably feeling kind of miserable, as we do if we're like itchy and and plus there's body inflammation and stuff. So there's that piece. We have like a new family configuration. We have a puppy, and even though Lola loves the puppy, she picked out the puppy. It's still a factor, right? It's still you can love having a new member of the family, and it's still stressful, right? It's still an adjustment period. Just like it is for us, like if you haven't had a puppy in a while, and then you get a puppy, you're like, oh my God, what was I thinking? I forgot how hard puppies were. So there's that. So what happened is that Lola pulled Diane aggressively toward the door, quoting Diane's post. She actually went to the door with such aggression twice that even though I used the collar rub to get her attention, which usually settles her down, it didn't settle her down. And she continued to yank my arm until she almost pulled my chair over. And so Diane's in a wheelchair. And she was able to get her out the back door and into the yard to manage the situation. So Diane's question is around what's going on with Lola. I don't know exactly what's going on, so I'm going to have to make some assumptions. So we know that Lola's not feeling good. We know that there's a new puppy, and even though she loves the puppy, it's still hard on the family. It's recalibrating. So we know that Lola has some stress. We know that you and maybe other people in the family have stress about Lola's allergies. She's uncomfortable. There's a level of stress when our dogs are not feeling good. We're worried. We want to do things to help them, right? So we're a little stressed with Lola's allergies. We're also a little stressed about managing everyone with the new puppy. And, now we have a broken crate. So now we have one less crate available. And we want to keep everyone safe, calm, and happy. And so we have stress too, right? And so that's another contributing factor. And so all of that combines, and in this case, what normally works to settle Lola down isn't working, or it hasn't worked a couple of times. And so that her bucket is full. And so we do what we always do, which is, okay, what are some things that I could do to help empty buckets? So in Lola's case, you're working on figuring out, well, what can I do? Can I change her food? What will help her skin feel better? Maybe you're rinsing her with vinegar. I don't know. So you're probably doing something along those lines. There are inexpensive things that we could do to help her. So you're already doing that. And you're already figuring out how to help the puppy get house trained and da-da-da. What can you do for yourself, right? Is there a way? Like, what are your self-care strategies that work for you? Maybe you're going to practice some intentional breathing 4 times a day for 5 minutes. I don't know, something like what helps you to feel calmer and happier and relieve your stress. So you're going to try to do that for Lola in general. Maybe some tea touch, maybe something that you could soothe her skin with, something for yourself, right? What can you do for the puppy? Like, can you get some help? Can you ask someone for help getting the puppy more, I don't know, maybe the puppy might need some more active exercise, for example. If that were true, do you have someone that can help you with that? Okay, so we're looking at individuals. Is there anything we could do to start lowering stress buckets? Then we want to look at, okay, what can we do with any situation where Lola is likely to be triggered? Okay. How can I manage those situations better? Right? What are some of the things that I can try to be prepared enough in advance so that I can help redirect Lola in a different way before she explodes, before it's too late, before, you know what I mean? And so that's another piece of it. Let's say that the situation is mostly limited to when a delivery person comes to the door right now. Like that's the biggest concern, that Lola is exploding when the delivery person comes to the door. So we want to manage that. So instructions I'm not sure exactly what will work, but these are my ideas. So instructions to the delivery service, leave the bags at the door. Text me or text us when you're 5 minutes away, and then you can put Lola in the backyard. Do not knock on the door. Bring the groceries to my neighbor, and we'll go get them from the neighbor. Like, you know what I mean? So what are the things that you can do to make it less unexpected when you get deliveries? And that's true for the grocery person or any other deliveries, like make arrangements, leave notes, put special instructions. I know that it doesn't always work out. They might not always do what we say, what we ask for sure, but we could do our best, right? While we're figuring this out. The other thing, you already know now that Lola, so you did what you normally do to calm her down, but it's not working right now. Right now, her bucket's too full, right? She's just feeling too stressed out right now. So what else can you do? Like maybe it's asking her, the moment you notice her getting aroused, ask her to do something specific, like, Lola, get behind me. Lola, lay down at my feet. Ask her, Lola, come with me. Like before she gets crazy, ask her to do something very, very specific to keep her with you, to keep her connected with you. So what she's showing you right now is that what the normal way that you calm her down isn't enough. So now we have to change strategies for now while she's feeling a little more stressed. Make sense? And so don't even try to calm her down. Be prepared with giving her something specific to do before she gets to that place where she explodes. Preparation with the delivery services as best you can, or notes on doors, whatever. Do not ring the doorbell. Please leave the groceries here, blah, blah, blah. And then inside with Lola, don't even think that you can get her to calm down anymore. Right now, you just can't. So right now, you're gonna be more proactive and more like an emergency rescue. Lola, do this right now. Boom. No question. Like, you're not giving her any choices. Lola, do this. Whatever that is. Come to my left side. Come to my right side. Get behind me. Lay down. Go into the bedroom, right? Take charge of the situation so that she knows what to do right now. She needs your help. She's like, oh my God, my life is falling apart. Like she doesn't have that thought, but that's how it feels for her because her bucket is full, right? So, okay, makes sense. And so individual pieces, how can we start to empty everyone's buckets? See what you can do about that. make strides, and then have some ideas for managing the situation in the meantime so that Lola does not get to the place where she's jerking you, pulling you toward the door like that. Like just go right into professional emergency rescue mode if you have to, like whatever that looks like for you and her. Make sense? Okay. Yeah. Well, so she's protective at the door, but you know what? Right now, that's not helping you. She needs to know that, right? Pulling you toward the door when the groceries are coming and potentially hurting you or pulling your chair over, that's not helpful to you. She needs to know that, right? Don't make the mistake of accepting her belief in what her job is as okay. Like, that's a mistake. She thinks it's okay that that's her job, but it's not her job. That's not it, right? It's okay for her to protect you, but it's not okay for her to hurt you in that way. And so she needs to know that. Don't be afraid to tell her that, and tell her that with clarity and certainty, and give her specific instructions, right? And help her follow through with those instructions by planning things out better. You know what I mean? Like making it better at the door so she doesn't feel that it doesn't come up so much, that so the delivery people aren't coming very often in that same way where she explodes. You're going to fix that so that doesn't happen if possible. And at the same time, you're going to let her know, listen, Lola, that's not it, girlfriend. Your job does not involve disconnecting from me and not listening to what I'm communicating to you. Protecting me doesn't mean that, right? It's a whole nother thing. And she knows this, right? It's a whole nother thing if someone is beating down your door or breaking down your door and she's going to protect you. That's different than what's happening right now, right? What's happening right now is a delivery person comes to the door and you say, Lola, it's a delivery person. We want them to come. You do not need to protect me from the delivery person. Come right here. Be on standby, if you will. Sit or lay down at my feet and be quiet. That's what I need from you right now. And she needs to know that. Do you know what I'm saying? She is smart enough to know the difference. But once she gets into that orange zone and part of what gets her into the orange zone is because she doesn't understand what is happening. You're not being clear enough with her. You have to be clear. Be very, very clear. It's never her job to protect you when you ask her not to. You know what I'm saying, ladies? Like Diane, right? It's never her job to do what you don't want her to do. Okay? You are literally asking her to not protect you in that way. And she's saying, sorry, too bad. It's not because she's being a bad girl. It's because she doesn't understand that you don't want her to protect you in that way right now. So you have to be more clear. And the way to be more clear is to make it as easy as possible, right? And to do it while everyone is still in the green zone. Okay? So be proactive, make arrangements, make it easy, try to empty everyone's stress buckets with whatever strategies. And then in the moment, be very clear and calm with her and give her a specific job to do. Like, your job is to stay here right with me to keep me safe, right here at my side, quietly and calmly. That's what I need you to do. Okay. If you need to go open the door, then Lola, your job is to go to the bedroom and I'm going to close the door, and I need you to be quiet because it's the food delivery and I need to go let them in. And so you have to be very, very, very clear and confident with it. Okay. She can easily understand the difference as well as you and I can. She will have no trouble understanding the difference when you are that clear. Okay. Give it a go, Diane. Okay. Let us know how it goes. You can do this. She can do this. She just needs more clarity. Okay. You'll have to be a little firmer with her and calm and clear while she's in the green zone, and you are too, right? So preemptive instruction. It gets impossible to give instruction or guidance or information or communication when someone's already deep into the orange or red zone. Like we just can't, right? So earlier. All right. Let us know. Takeaway from Diane's discussion, right? This is also something that many of us have experienced where our dogs, whether it's like pulling us on a leash, whether they're like, I want to go say hi, and they like jerk us down, or I need to chase them away. And they are lunging at the window or the fence, it's the same type of behavior, right? We need them to know what to do instead, right? So that we can break free of that spiral. Okay. So takeaway on that too. Everyone should have something in there that they could use. Sally says, takeaway, I will keep working on the process of giving up on old dogma around the human needing to take charge and control everything. Yeah. Not to say, I just want everyone not to say, as you could tell from Diane's question, my answer to Diane's question, not to say that we are not clear and kind and confident, loving leaders that give out really solid information and that we do everything to make it easy for ourselves and our dogs, right? And so not to say that we become permissive or that we just, let our dogs be dogs and, get and flounder around confused without clarity about how we do things, getting over aroused. I mean, that's bad, right? We don't want to do that. There's that lane in the middle where dogs have plenty of freedom and so do we, and plenty of responsibility and so do we. And we're working things out, right? We're trying to stay in that lane.
Well, there you have it. I would love for you to get in touch with me. Let me know your takeaway, how you're going to implement what you loved about this episode. As always, share it with anyone you know that would find this useful, helpful. And if you're not already working with me, join me in my Brilliant Dog Foundation Builders membership. It's my newest initiative, and I help you get started with your foundation, and it's a great community. It's only $7 a month. I would love to have you in there and help you get started. And once you get the feel of it and you start to establish your partnership lifestyle, then you are ready to upgrade into the Brilliant Partners Academy, and the sky is the limit from there. All right, so you could find the link to that in the show notes, and that's it for today. Have an amazing, wonderful, and brilliant week, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now. Be brilliant. Thanks so much for listening. And hey, if you would like to work with me so that I can help you discover the missing pieces you need so that you and your dog can finally be happy and enjoy life together, Then head on over to dancingheartsdogacademy.com and request your invitation to join us in the Brilliant Partners Academy when the doors open for the next enrollment. See you next time, and remember, a brilliant partnership with your dog makes your whole life brilliant.